welcome to stage Cry, Tunisian team we found out this morning, half are in Paris, half are in Tunisia. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself personally, your team, and then we'll talk about your project after?
Yeah, sure. So actually, we are a team of four members and two artists. Our background, let's say, for the developers, for the four team member, we are coming from a data engineering backgrounds. So we are dealing like with the cloud and big data, machine learning, that kind of stuff. We have also a good background in game developing, and we lately joined the Solana ecosystem to make some contribution, especially for the gaming community. So what we are trying to do is, we are talking about gaming, so for sure we will involve NFT as well. But what we are focusing to do as a first step is an NFT project which is in progress. And in parallel, we are developing a Unity SDK for Solana. So any project or let's say any game that was previously developed with Unity 3D, let's say it's a standard game, so it doesn't interact with any kind of blockchain. We will make this SDK to make it very easier for them to use the Solana blockchain or to integrate Solana blockchain in their games. So, this is our first priority, which by now we have done very, very good step integrating the most, let's say, or the totality of the RPC client functions, as well as the wallet, or let's say Solana compatible wallet. All of these are happening in Unity, integrated with the SDK. Anyone can use them. And hopefully soon we will publish this SDK as open source. So anyone can use it, integrate it on their game. They are free to use it. So yeah, there is no fee, there is anything. So it's fully open source. Anyone can use it. So we have like made a kind of a demo, so we can show you how to make this kind of integration in your game. It's very easy. Any kind of Unity 3D game can be integrated in a very easy way.
So there was a lot to
Yes.
unpack there before we go too much further. You talked about joining Solana, so your team is from what, Ethereum to start off with, and you guys have migrated across due to Solana being obviously a good blockchain upcoming, or what's the process there?
Actually, we don't have that kind of background with Ethereum or any previous blockchain. We have some general, let's say, information in blockchain, how it works. And we just all of us quit our jobs, full-time jobs, and start doing this project. Just learning, knowing especially how Solana works, just like focusing 100% in Solana. So we learned how things are going, the code, anything related to it. So yeah, to answer your question.
No, that's awesome. So for you guys, you don't have problems with having to worry about learning different code now. It's just from the start. Rust is what you've had to program and learn to adapt.
Exactly, and we are being lucky because Rust is in as Rust language is functional oriented, and we have been very experienced with functional programming like Scala or any other functional language. So, and it's close, and we already have a base with C++. So this kind of let's say I'll say it's a migration from this language to Rust, I mean, it was very easier for us. Maybe the challenge that we faced is to understand how internally or in background Solana works, because it's a new whole mechanism. So it's kind of different from Ethereum or any other blockchain. So yeah, so we face this kind of challenge.
That's awesome. You mentioned also that your whole team has quit your jobs and taken this on full time. That's obviously going to be a bit of a strain. It does lead into a whole lot of questions. I'll try and start with them. Obviously, you guys launched your Cry token. Was that the intention for that was to be some kind of fundraising for you guys without going down the VC funding track?
Exactly. So the plan was to launch, token. So Cry, it's like it's coming from Crystal, so CRI. Why? And yeah. So and also we are like, this token is as a first step, it will be used for fundraising, so we can continue to do what we are doing and what we believe about the whole project. And in the second step, we will launch this, our NFT collection. It will be around 10,000 images. So yeah, in part of the token, it will be used, yes,
Sorry.
as a fund.
That's awesome. We'll get onto the NFT side of things. Absolutely. What I do like when we first started talking was that you were very straight to me to say we are not just an NFT project, and it is good to see different spins on it, and the fact that you're trying to build something to bring in SDKs into Solana. Super excited for it. We've had a lot of chats to make these games cross-usable and stuff like that. So for the token that you guys launched, Cry, was that 500 million total?
Yes. So it's a fixed supply, which is a 500 million token.
And you did end up burning some, I saw. I think you burnt 10%. What was so you launched that via Serum Pool and then listed on DexLab, was it?
Exactly. So because as you know, Ethereum, it will not allow you to, because it will allow you to list it as a secondary market, and it have this kind of strange process. So the user have to copy your market ID, add it, and so on. So it's a very, let's say, users, of anyone we wanted to buy or trade token, it will be kind of strange or maybe difficult for them. So yeah, it was listed in DexLab. And after that, it was listed as well in Aldrin exchange. So yeah.
Oh, I wasn't
And
familiar. Aldrin, yeah.
Yeah, and we already have our we launched our DEX. So it's our specific DEX. So anyone of you listen, you can go to our website. You can check our DEX as well. So it's in mainnet and it's working.
So the biggest problem I can see on DexLab with the coin is it's very low volume at the moment. It's quite hard to get any major volume on it without going right through. So you do have a system set up where it was a 20,000, effectively like a buy-in, not buy-in, but you had a level which was an investor stage for the public to be able to achieve that. So what is your tackling or thought process on that side of it?
Actually, exactly, because we have a plan for the token, because as I said previously, a percentage of that token will be used for just fundraising, so we can complete our project, and it will be, this token will be used in the game, because our vision to our game, the user, he will not be just rewarded, or let's say the player, he will not be rewarded a CRI token, okay? Will mine his token, or he will mine the token in the game. Okay, so we will add a swapping service inside the game. So he will be mining some kind of token. We will, more details, we will publish them later on the roadmap as well as on the documentation. And after that, for example, let's say a token, you have 100 of these tokens that you just got from the game. You can swap them with a crystal, or maybe we will be adding some other token like Solana or whatever. So yeah, this is, our plan for now, how we are planning to maybe to engage people, or maybe on how we can use Crystal. So yeah, Crystal token.
That's awesome. Let's have a look at the NFT side of it now, because there's a lot to unpack with the NFT side of it as well before we even get down the game, the SDK side, the Unity side of that as well. You're saying a 10,000 generative, is that how you're going to go for your first launch?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, in personal, it would be the only and and the one launch. So we have our artists, which they are working hard on that. So we already published some sample to our community so they can see. And we wanted to do, to be honest, we just wanted to do something unique. We don't want to copy paste or to duplicate the thing that are already in the market or the community have seen. We just wanted to publish something unique, something that when you see it, you just like it. So yeah.
I'm personally not a big PFP person myself. I'm a gamer. I've said that many times, and I like it. It was unique. It did stand out to me. But then, of course, I don't go looking at all of these PFPs myself. I don't check Ethereum or anything like that. So I'd love to hear in the crowd if anybody has any comments on the actual PFP side of it, because I do have the little demo on stage there. But when are we looking for potentials for that? Are you going to be looking at November, December, or there's just no rush? You need to get your art side locked down and make your mind up there.
Yeah, actually, we still don't have an official date to launch, but we will be updating that soon. So now we have around 4,000 image that they are ready, and we're still making more. So we just wanted to be sure that everything is fine and there is nothing to worry about because we don't want to make some false promises or publish some maybe some information that we are not sure about. But I think we will be doing that soon. So yeah.
It is a different spin because you guys came out on Twitter and one of your first tweets was about launching your Cry coin, and you went through that. You listed that on Dex Labs. Obviously now you've got your own Dex. I'll have to go and have a look at that afterwards. But then you've alluded to your PFP, and then you've held back on that, which I do appreciate, because a lot of games are just releasing these NFTs, tying up people's Solana, and there's no utility for it. So, like we can only spend so much money as gamers or are, trying to adopt into these early things. So is the aim there to try to build up your Discord, build up your brand, then before setting hard dates, or it's purely going to be a production side?
Exactly. Because yeah, as I said, we wanted to be sure because, for example, we can, like as you said, just have like this 4,000 image, we can list them, and okay, so we just done it. But no, we just wanted, to be sure that everything is fine before we go to production or official announcement or something. And we also, something that I wanted to mention, we have a new vision for the NFT. And I will not, maybe I'll reveal some information about that. But we wanted to make NFT interactable, so user can interact with the NFT. Because what we have seen on any NFT store, so when user just browse some NFT collection, they see the image, and after that they can see the attribute or the trait, the percentage of rarity and something. But what we wanted to do is, the user can interact with this NFT. So for example, when you just move your mouse from, for example, the head to the body, there is some kind of effect that, for example, the image, let's say the extra part or the trait of the image, they will be some kind of edges between them that they will show you. It's like a map. We wanted to build a map for the NFT. So maybe this thing, we will just start on it when we finish, the first release of the Unity SDK and we publish it. And also it will be on Unity. So it will, this SDK, it will be built on top of Unity and on Solana as well. So yeah, I just like, yes.
It's good because we are seeing a lot of platforms now that are coming out in the sphere that in the ecosystem of Solana that are offering some form of utility. So we have Amoebits on tonight. In 12 hours times, they're doing a bit of a spin on the Amoeboy, which is a way of kind of utilizing NFTs that you're holding as PFPs and getting some kind of fun and usage out of that. We're seeing all of these immersiveness come into Discord as well now, the interactive avatars and stuff like that. So is that a plan to build that out, which may eventually be too long of a period? Are you looking at potentially partnering up with other projects on Solana to offer those kind of utilities?
Yeah, actually, yes. But I mean, to be honest, we cannot like just go to them and offer this partnership or demand or like ask for a partnership, and we don't have anything to show yet. So we wanted to be sure that we have it, we test it, and it works good. And after that, we can like, I mean, say, hey, we have this utility. Maybe you can use it on your website. Maybe you can because I mean, or in especially not website, especially on mobile devices. So yeah, I mean because this kind of interaction for now, what we are saying, it's for mobile devices and it will support the web as well. So yeah, for sure, when we have it ready, and hopefully it will not take much time because I mean, Unity will help us a lot doing that kind of stuff, especially interacting with graphical things. So yeah.
Okay, I'll get a couple of the crowd questions because just in case that's tying into them thinking of additional questions. We've got one here from Dynite. What has been the biggest problem the project has faced up until now, and how did you guys overcome that?
Okay, so I mean, we have like okay regarding I mean challenges and problems. So when we start, I'll talk about the SDK, and after that maybe something else. So as you know, we have a background developing like games, and we know some language. But I mean, when you first time see Solana and Rust, and how you will make the link between, or you will integrate, because to let you know, the SDK is based on Rust. Okay, it's an interaction, or let's say a bending between Rust and C Sharp. So I mean, we what we wanted to do. I mean, every function, everything that exists in Solana needed to be used or called via C Sharp. So and it need to be stable. And we need to learn, we need to know, and we need to be sure that we understand correctly this thing. So this is the main challenge because we just jump in Solana. We don't know a lot about it. It's a whole new concept. So yeah, it's a big deal for us. So and we just I mean after a lot of failure and a lot of test, we just like yeah our test was green. So yeah, we passed that. Maybe the other thing is I mean we don't have we still now building the community. Maybe we just start the project like we haven't started it like building the community, and after that you have your product. No, we just like focus on the product, and we haven't even think about the community or building the community. So we just like have, for example, in our Discord we have like 300 member, and in Solana, or let's say in any kind of project, you have to have a big community, a supportive community, so the project will be successful. Because we have seen like project, they are nothing. They are
Yes.
sorry about that, but they are trash. And sometimes it's not trash. Sorry about this word, but they have a big community, so they are like they make a hell of success. So I think this is the thing that we are facing right now, which to build the community and engage it and show them what we are capable to do, and the whole or the big contribution that we will be making for Solana. So yeah.
No, that's awesome. That is a lot of points that you've raised that I see in the community of the gaming side of it. So I'm on over 40 or 50 Discords for Solana Gaming, and there are a lot of them that don't have those communities that aren't immersed. And you do see gamification has changed, especially seeing as we're so early in Solana Gaming. I talk about this a lot, is that, you know, gamification means involving your players, getting them excited about the project, building things, showing little snippets, little bits of successes along the way, even talking about some of the fails, purely just talking and interacting with people from a a developer to a crowd is super important, and that's where sometimes the PFPs fall down. But then we're seeing some successful ones where they're hyping up their crowd, and but just through playing games and interacting. So that's really cool. Let's have a little bit of a look at you talking about these Unity 3D games, and you did have a clip for us today. So what we're going to do after this for the crowd still here, of course, we've got 20 people in. We will clip that out, and I'll try and upload that independent of the video so I can get that up earlier, and you guys can check that out as soon as possible. But you had that linked, Cry, potentially. I don't want to drop teasers without you dropping them yourself, but you had that link to another game. It's not actually a game you've designed at the moment, but you're talking about the fact that you have something already set up to go.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not our game. I mean, it's a template that we got it from the Unity asset store. It's a free one, so I think it was made by Unity for learning purposes. So we just like get it, import it, I mean, in Unity, and we integrate the SDK with it. So it's simple as that. So I mean, yeah. And
have you got a link that we can put in our chat channel just so people can have a quick look now?
Yeah, I think
just for the actual game.
For the actual game, so it's this. Just let me get it from the Unity asset store. One sec. Okay, it's slow loading the Unity website, but
it's all right. I'm in Australia. We get really bad NBN. But for the people that are listening, we did plan to live stream this and actually see what we're talking about. So I'm keen to see this because SDKs for Solana are going to be huge and help everything decentralize and be able to build out together, and you can take a character from one game to another game, build that character up, level that character up, and it's something we spoke about 2 Fridays ago with John from Gamerplex, where they're saying that we need it for Solana to be able to then make these games more usable together in unison rather than being independent games.
Yeah, actually, especially because I mean the most of the game now that they are developed on Solana, they are web games. So now, I mean, this SDK, it will allow developers to build their games or to upgrade their games. I mean, for iOS and Android, it support both of them, and I mean also desktop. So anyone, I mean, can upgrade or build their game on it. So yeah. Okay, so this is the, what is it? Sorry, how you can get this? If you visit website. Sorry guys, I'm just.
You're doing well. You're multi-boxing. You're keeping us apprised of what's happening. It's good.
Yeah, it's just I wanted to. Yeah, this is it called. I don't know the website is loading like, but okay, yeah, this is it. So you can check it. I'll send it in the live questions.
Perfect. So I'll load that up as well, so I've got a little bit of context. But platform-based game, sort of like a Mario Bros. This is a free game, you're saying, from the Unity platform. So this is you can utilize this for free to create software for it. Can you talk us a little bit through that then?
Exactly. So I mean, about this game, it's just like a 2D, say maybe kind of Super Mario games, oh, the famous Super Mario. And I mean, it's a template. Anyone just can integrate it with Unity very easier. So you just have to import it. Even in the website, there is a button that you to open it on Unity, and it will open to you directly, so you can import it. And so we haven't changed any graphic. We just have like add some button, like some UI, a simple UI design for the wallet maybe, and how you can like send some kind of transaction. So the token that you collect from the game, how you can just settle them into your wallet. And yeah, so this is it, as simple as this.
And the idea here now is to be able to use this so we can link up any of our NFTs and start playing the game with that avatar. Is that where you're going? And then we're leveling up, we're changing the metadata. That's going to be improving it?
Actually, for this demo, we haven't like integrate the NFT or I mean things. It's just about a token. You have it's like you are collecting some coins. I mean, let's say you are playing I don't know, maybe Subway,
Yep, yep, yep,
okay,
yep.
as a 3D runner game, and you are collecting some coins. At the end of the game, you have like there is some kind of leaderboard. Maybe you have like your score. You have collected 10,000, let's say, coin. But on this demo, these coin are real, so are real token. Okay.
Yep, yep,
I mean,
yep, yep.
in this game that I'll show you, it's that you are collecting crystal token inside the game. So we made it in purpose that we will be collecting crystal token, and after that you can send them to your wallet or settle them to your wallet. Regarding the NFT, it will be the same thing. I mean, our vision for our game. I'm now talking about our game, not the demo game. For the NFT, you will have the ability to choose your avatar, maybe to choose as well the trait for your avatar, okay, or the attribute for your avatar. You will build it in the game. That's why I mean, I told you we have a new vision, maybe, or a new utility for the NFT as we see it for now. And how, for example, you will win some NFT or the token. You will have some kind of mission to accomplish, maybe some kind of prize for the NFT. Maybe I mean, if you just advance for some level, you will receive a very rare NFT. Maybe you can request one, and so on. So there is a very I mean, a limitless of possibilities. And the game as well, I mean, as we see it, it will be free for everyone. You don't have to pay anything. You just came in and play with others. So yeah.
That actually makes a lot more sense to me now. So I'm learning a lot of this as well. I don't have a programming background, so there's SDKs being awaited for other blockchains as well, and even for Kin, we can't utilize. We've got games ready to go on Kin, but they need the SDKs going for that. So that is amazing. Do we have any questions from the crowd there? I will go back to Copa has put up a couple here. As said in the roadmap, the goal is to make a game, a free game, and all the rewards will be tokens and NFTs. That's what you're talking about there. So that's with your game. But the game for you guys is going to be 2022. Is that right? You start looking at producing next year?
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, as I said, I mean, most of the game now are web platform, so you can't play on your mobile. It's not like a mobile application, okay? So it's just a web platform, and you play with it. I mean, maybe they have chosen the easy path because now most, let's say, okay, Solana support two language, Rust and JS, okay, JavaScript. There are some SDK for Python and Go language, and I think there is C# as well. Okay, they build everything from scratch, but we see that why not mobile application? Why we are still on the web? Why we just when you wanted to build something, you build it for the web or on the web, WebGL or whatever. So I mean, there is a lot of us using mobile devices, so why not just have your game? Or maybe also, I mean, the most like powerful thing is in other developer that they already have their game, and it's just like integrating an in-app purchase or some ads using this SDK. So for example, Google or whatever, or Apple's have their in-app purchase functionality. So it's just the same thing. We provide you the SDK, you integrate it. You don't have to change a lot of your game. I mean, you will not upgrade or do like a lot of a hell of a work. No, you just integrate it, do some kind of a little more programming things, and this is it. Now your game interact with Solana, and it's like a DeFi game. So yeah, I mean, about our game, it will be 2022. Maybe it's yeah. So because we spent some time developing this SDK, we need also a little more of fundraising, so we can continue to go because now we are full time focusing on this project. So yeah, that's why we just see it. Maybe it will be on 2022, maybe before. No, I don't think it will be before. So yeah, it will be 2022. Yep.
I like that. It's very hard for a lot of these games. I spoke about this last night on stream. Star Atlas has raised 70 million and they've got over 150 people on their team, and they're still struggling to launch a demo teaser game for mobile. So even these big teams are struggling to get things going. So we've got to be patient on that. But I guess the takeaway here, the excitement that I can absolutely see is the SDK is ready. So the demo that you're going to show me afterwards, that is going to be integrated and we can collect your Cry tokens in game. Is that what we're taking out of this?
Exactly. So we just have like this template, which is an already developed game. So we haven't changed any game logic. We just integrate it. So I mean, this when you play it, you will collect this token, and you will see them in your wallet. So yeah.
So if we have games listening in, or if we have, this gets kicked to other people to have a listen, and they have a game that they've produced and they need an SDK and they speak to you, like you said, there was additional developing needed. How long would that take them to be able to input your SDK?
To be honest, for me or for us to integrate this template with our SDK, it took us like 3 hours and like maybe 100 line of code, or maybe less. Okay.
So for people that have games that are ready to go at 3 hours, they can have it out the next day. I mean, that's obviously we can't quote those exact times, but you were very excited about that. That is amazing to see. Like I've spoken to devs that have games ready to go. They're waiting on SDKs. That's amazing. So is that going to work for things like card-based games, or it's actually going to be for these Unity 3D? It's for more interactive games for WebGL and stuff like that, so people can actually start playing more game rather than the card styles.
Actually, I mean any kind of game, because this SDK is generalized for any kind of game, 3D games, 2D games, whatever game you have. In this SDK you can integrate it with any kind of game. So now, just maybe one thing, we don't support all the SPL token. Why? Maybe you will ask. Maybe using our SDK, you will just see maybe some kind of token, not all the tokens they are listed, because the SPL token registry, it's not ported to Rust. So we are working on that as well. So you see that, maybe it sounds simple, but in background there is a hell of a work to do. So to support all the let's say SPL token for the NFT, it's easy. So we don't have to do a lot of work. We just like parsing some some API or some link to get the attribute and the image URL and the token. But to support all the SPL token, we are now porting the SPL token registry from JavaScript to Rust, so we can add it to the SDK. So yeah.
So as a bit of an idea there, what are some of the more commonly known SPL tokens that are available for you?
Exactly. So it's not all of them, because for like just demonstration purposes, we integrated some of them, but we wanted to make it like a general way, because there is a lot, I don't know, maybe 1,000, 2,000 token and keep growing. The SPL registry as well in Solana keep growing. So we just have to port it to Rust, which it's ongoing right now, and we are making a good progress. And after that, it will be automatic. So you don't have to like do anything. So yeah.
Okay, so there was a question in the crowd, which I think we can kind of chat with now, is how do you guys intend on bringing non-crypto gamers to the space? So from having a chat and talking to you, obviously we can integrate any game with the SDK and then make it a crypto game. Is that going to be, so could we go and get Red Alert, and when you're mining resources, convert those resources into some kind of thing like a very low valued coin, like maybe kin or something like that? Is that going to be possible?
Let's say, because for the other coin, sorry, maybe the swapping functionality will help you, for example, because you are not the owner of kin or like of Solana. Okay, you are not the owner, but you have to provide liquidity. So, for example, if you wanted to use Solana or Kin, you just have to buy from them. Some Kin or some Solana, and after that, you will add them to the game vault, which after that, it will allow user after they collect this coin to send them to their wallet. Because how things are working, or how the SDK works in general, there is a vault, for example. For example, for me or for us, the Crystal token, this vault, we put like 1 million in this vault. User will start playing, they are collecting tokens, and after that, they will just settle this token or send them to their wallet. It's a smart contract, or it's the same concept as the smart contract. You will finally have a vault. You will be interacting with the Solana blockchain after that to get your collected. You will play the game, sorry, and now you have, for example, 10 collected coin or token. After that, you will send them. When you will send them to your wallet, you will integrate with the vault and with the blockchain. So yeah, it's a smart contract concept.
So this is why you guys need to build out your own DEX then, because you need to have access to the additional coins and to integrate those into vaults for these particular games.
Yeah, for now, for example, for our game, we'll be using Crystal. We will not, but we will add a swapping functionalities that it will allow you, for example, to swap from Crystal to any other coin. But you have, I just wanted to be sure, and yeah, regarding this point, you have to provide the liquidity. If you wanted to use any other coin, you have to provide the liquidity for that coin. For example, if you wanted to use Ethereum token, you just, for example, 1 million token, you have to buy them, add them to the vault, so people can gain them or collect them. You have to provide liquidity. Or you have to just build your own token and provide your liquidity from your token. So this is the thing.
I guess then with the plan to that, if the servers are loaded and forced, lots of players are playing at once, they can shrink the vaults that are preloaded for these games. So there'd be need to working around the liquidity and making sure the games are fully set up for the player base numbers.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why we will not be using the Crystal token as the main token in the game. Actually, the user, it's like mining Bitcoin, okay? So the user have, for example, he will be playing, and what he will be collecting, it's not Crystal inside the game. So for example, we will have another token. The liquidity, it will be like, let's say, limited, but it will not be limited because we have to respect the swapping functionality or the liquidity, so we don't abuse the use of this liquidity. Because in this SDK, we integrated also the functionality to mint or to create your own token in the game. Let's say you have 10,000 kin, for example, you collected them in the game. After that, you can swap them to Crystal. So yeah, or also another, let's say there is another coin. I don't know, I'll just give him a name. For example, we call it B. You will collect 10,000 of B, and for example, 100 of B. When you swap it, you will get one crystal. So 10,000, it will be like, I don't know, 10 crystals. So that's why how we will control liquidity and everything. So yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. There's so much information to unpack. We still have questions coming in. Going back to the NFT, will we be buying that with Cry token or Solana?
No, actually, we will not have our own store, but it will be with Solana. So we will be listed on a secondary market. So we'll see. There is a lot of market, but yeah, it will be with Sol.
There was something talking about the NFTs. There was something that I haven't mentioned at the start regarding your Crystal NFT art. There's initial NFTs that were launched. Could you go into a little bit about that, because they're currently on Metaplex?
Sorry, regarding the date that we will be launching the NFT collection?
No, the initial ones that you've launched on Metaplex. You've got some ended auctions.
Yeah, exactly. yeah,
So what were they? That
actually,
they were bunnies. I've put the link on there for people to see.
us we're asking for the link of the
No, sorry, I'll share a picture for people that haven't seen it. But you did an original list of, was it 20 NFTs? What was the why were they launched?
Okay, so yeah, regarding that collection, so it's like it was I think around 100, and we just like rushed things, and we have seen that to be honest, we haven't liked it, so we just canceled that collection. I think we sold one or two of our community, and we'll be making some refund for the new collection. We didn't like it because you just rush thing out. So that's why when you asked me about the, I mean, this collection, the date that we will be launching it or how progress is, I do that we just wanted to be sure that it's unique and something that we believe in. So that's why we canceled the other one, and we just like I think even the Metaplex website now is down, but I'm not sure. So yeah, this is the reason. We just wanted to do something unique. We haven't liked the previous one, so that's why we canceled it.
Yeah, they are. You are right. They are on ended auctions. It was just something curious that I wasn't aware of what they were. So that's good. It is good to see that a team has launched an NFT they're not proud of, they're not happy with, and even talking about refunding people for potential future NFTs. That is awesome. Your timeline. Let's have a look at your timeline quickly. I'll bring that on my screen. You've got quarter one website market, quarter two. This is this year. Your NFT store. Obviously, that's been put behind. The beta release was done. You've listed on a SEX, so you've done that. Oh, sorry, centralized exchange. That's deep. That's DexLab. Are they SEX, centralized exchange?
We have like three different market. So I mean, we have like Crystal USDC, Crystal USDT, and we previously added Crystal Sol. So I mean, people can buy using Sol or USDT or USDC coin to buy Crystal. The DEX, we have our own DEX. We can also you can I mean, people can trade them on our own DEX or DexLab, also on Aldrin Dex, and also on Ethereum. So we have added some instruction on how to, I mean, trade on Ethereum, and we have also our Radium pool. So yeah,
This has been
will be
awesome.
talking.
I really appreciate you coming on. Well, I guess we'll start to slowly wrap it up. We don't have many more questions in there to ask from the community, but can you give us your future plans in the next 3 months till Christmas? What's next for SolCry?
Yeah, so exactly. So I mean, our plan for the next 3 months that we will launch our NFT collection of 10,000. This one, I don't know if you have seen it or not. So we have like a short video on Twitter, and we will be, I think, maybe 3 or 4 weeks. We will be publishing the SDK as open source, maybe less. We just wanted to be sure about everything. Don't want to make a mistake, and we will start or game. So we have the plan for the game. So we will start developing the game after we finish everything and we are sure about it that everything is fine. So yeah, so be stay tuned for the game.
You know, I do see you have that mentioned. I think it was for quarter two of 2022 open source. So obviously, as you've mentioned earlier, you want to make this open source for people. So that is amazing. Effectively working on your NFT, getting your SDK locked down, and then starting your game production. So that is super amazing. 6 people on your team total, roughly. Then, so you said there was 4 of yous plus 2 in the art team. Do you guys expand and grow, or you can keep doing what you're doing with a small centralized team?
Actually, I mean, to be honest, because now what we are doing is just we are working for ourselves. We are not paying, we are not making some kind of payment because we don't have a lot to, I mean, for people to I mean, to to hire, let's say, new people. But I think after we launch the NFT collection, we will get some earning that we will be using just for the game. Okay, and I mean in the I mean also there is a percentage of the token that we will be using for just preparing the game, so it will be used also for the game. And just there is another point that I wanted to mention. In addition that the game, it will be fully open source. I mean, the final game, it will be fully open source. We will also provide a gaming template on how to integrate the Solana blockchain on your game. So it's just a template where you will, I mean, just imagine something with drag and drop. Just you will have your logic, you have your art, and we will tell you how you will integrate it, and you will have your DeFi game working. So this is also in the plan, and I think after we publish the game, we will do this sort of thing also.
It's amazing. I very much, like I said, appreciate you coming on channel. It was organised a little bit short notice. I think we had 20 people in the crowd listening. I'm super keen to get afterwards and see the game itself. So for everyone listening now, I will try to have that up within the next hour. So we'll go aside and do a little bit of a recording and show you guys and see what we're doing, see what this live gameplay is. So the fact that we can get SDK out now and potentially get some games is, for me, I played League of Legends last night. I want to start playing Solana games. I want to start playing some of these blockchain things and just see the excitement gaming is changing in front of our eyes, and it's super cool to be here. Any other closing thoughts, Cry?
I think, yeah, I think this is all. Yeah, I mean, regarding our project, maybe people haven't heard about it till now. It's a community project. We wanted to have a very specific and unique thing for the community. Anyone can benefit using it. We have seen like a lot of small projects that they didn't get attention or support. So we wanted to support, everyone. So support each other, provide product for the people so they can use it without paying anything. So yeah, it's not our product, it's of us product. So yes.
No, I said, but offering to put it all out open source is amazing, and how that works out down the track. It could open up so many doors for games that can produce and don't have the expertise to do the SDK side of it, or you would think that it will snowball and help us get these games coming out a lot quicker. That's amazing. Very much appreciate you coming to Great. We've had good interactions from the crowd. We don't need to get wallet addresses here on Great. We've got our verification tools. So look for some Solana. That's courtesy of Cry for coming along and asking questions. And as always, I love to have people in here asking these game developers questions that I might not have thought of, and it's amazing to get. So it's a bit of a building process for us as well here at Grape, and getting people in and doing these interviews in different time slots. So really super fun. I appreciate you coming, Cry, and we'll link up straight away.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good thing, really.